So, good afternoon. I want to get into some things that are near and dear to my heart about identity and who I am and who the Lord is. And probably like many of you, I have people tell me that I'm not in a mean way, but they say that I'm religious, or they'll ask me a question about, since you're a religious person, and then they ask their question. In our culture, we've been lumped in as Christians. We've been lumped into this category of religion, which I do understand that, but there is a huge discrepancy that is so foundational and so important. This is what I believe, I think it's right. It's that religion is where love goes to die. And religion is about checking boxes, jumping through hoops, striving, positioning. It comes from a very orphaned spirit, thinking that we need to earn love, that if we just do for him, he'll do for us. It comes out of this belief that God is, our Heavenly Father is distant, and that he's he's keeping all kinds of records, and he's going to kind of match it up, and it's very stressful, and we'll never win, and it's not who we're meant to be. I've come to a place in my life where I've chosen, and I've chosen to love and serve the Lord, not so that he might love me more and accept me, but I've chosen to serve and love the Lord because of how much he loves me already. I think we all know that, we've been in situations where we've worked for someone, or there's been someone, a relative, even a father or mother, that we wanted to do for them to keep them at bay, to make them proud of us, so that we just wanted their approval. We have the Lord's approval already. Let me ask you, those of you that are parents, what do your kids need to do? What do they need to do to earn your love? I can speak for myself, as imperfect as I am, and I can spend a lot of time on my imperfections. I could give you a lot of that. The one thing I do know is that my kids, I hope they would say that they know that they are wildly loved by me and by my wife Heather, for sure. If there's one legacy I want them to know, when they think of their Heavenly Father, that they would know he has to be good, because my earthly father was good. And so I'm gonna spend some time here now. I'm trying to make these really much shorter. It's so hard for me to do that, but I want to spend some time talking about identity, our sonship, our daughterhood, orphanness versus sonship and daughterhood. An orphan begs and a son receives, and that is super challenging in a religious culture. And so be encouraged that you don't need to do one more thing. I don't need to do one more thing. I don't, to earn his love, because I'm wonderfully made and wonderfully loved by him. Rest in that today. I'm trying to, actually. Everything I say to you, I'm not coming from I think I mentioned before, I really struggle to actually do these. I have to I hope it gets better, but I have to really kind of dig deep and say, you should do this. You should do this, because it's hard, because I'm I don't want anyone to think I've got all the answers, because I really don't, but I've lived some life, and I've made if my mistakes and the things that I've learned can help, I know the love and the grace of God because of the massive errors I've made. And if I can advance his kingdom as a result of understanding a deeper grace, then I'm all in. I don't want my failures and the things I've learned in the depth of those things to go to waste. I really don't. So rest in that. I mean, you're a son and you're a daughter. I mean, it's an amazing, how great is the love the Father has lavished on us that we should be called children of God. Lavish meaning poured out in excess. 1 John. Okay, that's it.